Hello and welcome to The Story Pilgrim. Episode 5 of Season 2, Jordan Stringer Against Odds. Now this is a remarkable young man that I got to go for a walk with, but before we dive into that, please, if you are listening for the first time, make sure that you are following the podcast, you have liked it, rated it. That would be much appreciated. And if you are a regular listener, please share it with somebody that you love. That would be wonderful. Now, Jordan reached out to me via Facebook, and I could not say no to meeting this remarkable young man. I went up to Upminster to meet him there, and we went for a lovely walk around an area that means a lot to him and where he grew up. Enough of me, let's let Jordan do the talking.
I'm Jordan Stringer, I'm 28 years of age, and basically I'm a football coach as well as a public speaker and charity worker. I have brought Darren here to Upminster today. That is my hometown that I have a lot of pride with, that gives me a lot of different memories from all over for years. And, full question, sorry?
Why are we... Well, you pretty much answered that.
Yeah.
So we're in Upminster because this is where you grew up.
Yep.
How old were you when you moved away from Upminster?
Oh, so I was, 18. Yeah, 18.
Okay, so 10 years ago.
Let me just make
sure.
2018. I'm 2018, 1997.
I'm useless with maths, and I used to work in casinos.
Oh, sorry. So I would have been 20, going on 21.
Okay, so about eight years out of it. And where are you based now?
So I live in Aylesbury, which is Buckinghamshire, near Milton Keynes.
Great. Right, so football coach.
Yes.
I haven't asked you already. We've had a little chat already before. Who's your team?
Spurs.
Oh,
much to my sins, mate.
Oh, no.
I have a lot of stress with supporting Spurs, unfortunately. I'm surprised I've not got grey hair yet supporting Tottenham.
Okay. Is that, are most people in the Upminster area Spurs fans?
In all fairness, no. A lot of them are West Ham fans around here.
Of course, because we came through West Ham on the way through, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a bit of an outsider in that respect. But it was mainly my granddad that brought me up to be a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did that, but it's a...
Was he a Spurs fan?
Spurs fan as well, yeah. He had a season ticket for 25 years.
Oh, wow.
At the old White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it just priced him out in the end, so he had to give that up.
Yeah.
But there was a few games that I've been to over a few years.
Yeah.
At the old White Hart Lane, and again, memories that I'll cherish for years to come, really, to be honest with you, Darren.
Yeah. So, football coach.
Yep.
You've always been a big lover of the game?
Yeah, always been a big lover of the game, absolutely. Pretty much since a little boy, yeah, following Spurs, seeing my idols on TV, in the flesh at White Hart Lane, made me feel like, oh, this is special. Just even when you're at a game, experiencing the atmosphere, really.
Yeah. And
to just endure all... Yeah, with football, it's universal, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
In that respect. So, making the most of the opportunities, growing up, seeing like Jermaine Defoe play was one of my all-time favourite Tottenham players.
Is he?
Yeah. Big finisher. I always wish I could finish like him, but I can't kick a ball, let alone finish like him. So, yeah, it's...
was that frustrating with your level of play?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about why that was frustrating a little bit, but was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I felt like I saw a lot of people, or a lot of players, even over my nearest park, you saw them have rugby over there, football over there, and I was thinking, I wish that was me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
Yeah. Why?
Why couldn't I? Well, basically, I've got dyspraxia, so that affects your motor coordination. So for kicking a football, as that prime example, or even doing my shoelaces, is a difficult task, really. it impacts you in so many different ways, and it affected my schooling life.
Sure.
It affected me getting on in a relationship with my peers because of not being able to do things like they could.
Yeah.
A lot of different ways that it's impacted, even to this current day, is because it's a lifelong condition. It's not something that you can take a magic pill for, if you like, and then it goes away.
Yeah.
It's with you lifelong. So bear with if I do trip over today on a piece of pavement.
Don't do that. How old were you when you were diagnosed with that?
Very young. I can't remember the exact age because it was my mum that organised it all, but it was through when I was like 2, 3, going through Portage and stuff like that.
So that young, okay.
Yeah.
And that was, we call it labels. I don't like using that, but that was a label that you've had since then, and that's followed you through your schooling and education. So you got help for that?
Yeah, so I would say that in infant school it was quite difficult, mainly where only a couple of teachers really understood.
Yep.
I remember my year 1 teacher was very supportive, Mrs. Taylor her name, and she was godsend really.
Yeah.
Because there was problems that I had, for example, with the manual work, with holding a pencil properly.
Yep.
Or being able to do buttons up or whatever after PE was quite difficult. So she used to say to me, okay, during lunchtime I know you find it struggling to interact with your peers, but why don't you stay with me and we'll learn to do a modelled shirt and do some buttons. See how you do. If it takes you a long period of time, so what?
Yeah.
It's see how you feel. So that got me out of that circle of not feeling so isolated at that age.
Sure.
But then it got to year 6, which was a complete polar opposite. So I had a teacher that was not very supportive, that was taking pee out of me constantly for it.
Yeah.
That bullied me for it really.
Yeah.
I don't know, there was just no empathy, if you like. He used to always single me out in front of the class. So if I couldn't do a piece of art homework, Mum used to write in a letter to say, Jordan can't do a piece of art homework. You know, can he be getting on with other work, or can he do other bits to make amends for that work that he can't do? Because I've tried with him and he can't. So, and he one time saw that letter, he just scrunched it up and threw it in the bin and said, well, you've got to deal with it, haven't you?
Yeah.
You can do it. Everyone else can, so why can't you? There was one time that we was in, well, not one time, more times really, where we was in rounders, and because I couldn't catch a ball properly, it was coming in my direction. I was really getting ready with the right actions as you do to try and catch a ball, and I misguided it, miscaught it, and he just sarcastically clapped in front of the class and still said, like, Jordan can't catch a ball, everybody. Yeah. Oh, didn't, like everyone else can.
Yeah.
And that was very hard for me at that age. 9 going on 10, like before senior school, feeling a bit intimidated by what was to come really.
Yeah.
It came out really, sorry to interrupt there, Darren, but it was like I was getting to a stage that I wanted to bunk off school.
Sure.
I was saying to Mum that I was, you know, I knew what was going on, but it was hard to say to my mum what was going on, if you like, because the last person you'd expect is your teacher to do that.
Exactly.
So, and I used to say I got stomachache, which in all fairness, maybe I did have stomachache.
Yeah.
Because I was so traumatised, and that's what I've learnt, like, you know.
Worried about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get any support at all, like while you were in that senior school from year 6 onwards?
So, senior school, absolutely brilliant. Complete opposite. With me fearing for worst, should we say?
Yeah.
Of that. Well, if my year 6 teacher didn't understand, then what's a higher up school going to expect with discipline and everything like that?
Yeah.
Because I used to get called lazy for not being able to do something, but it wasn't that I was being lazy. It was just I couldn't physically do it. There's a difference, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but pretty much, senior school was brilliant. I had so many amazing teachers there that was very supportive, that really understood dyspraxia.
Yeah.
and that resulted in, if I was struggling with my homework, at the first few years I was a bit afraid to ask for help, really, to be honest, after that experience.
Yeah.
Because it sort of shells you up, like, you know. It didn't fill me with confidence to go to a teacher and say, can you help me, please?
Sure.
And it was only until, I suppose, a bit later in school, really, when I had one experience where a teacher said to me, it's okay to ask for help, you know. There's no shame in that.
That's really nice to hear, isn't it?
And it is, because...
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel relaxed, a lot more relaxed and not so tensed up, thinking for worst. Because, like you said, we all have to ask for a lot of help in life, one way or another.
Yeah.
And he said, even I asked for help.
Yeah.
Is there any shame in that? No.
Yeah.
So it changed my perspective on things.
Brilliant.
There was one time where I remember we had a teacher that, dare I say, he used to shout a lot, which sort of brought back some memories from the past and triggered some, but it was for a bit of, that was his charisma, you know. Not to belittle anyone or anything like that, but just he liked a loud voice to get his students up for his lesson, like, you know.
Okay.
But I remember there was one time he had a really bad day where he told class off for not submitting a piece of coursework, but even with me, he come to me, said, not done it, and then he was getting quite annoyed. I thought, it's putting everything back again. And I was a bit shelled up again after that experience. I thought, oh no, well, how do I manage this?
Yeah.
So I got back into my form group after lunch that day, and my tutor was very supportive, like form tutor, and she said, what's the matter, Jordan? You don't seem yourself. You usually chat about football or something, like, you know. And I was like, I'm okay. She said, you're not okay, what's up? And I said what had happened, and she said, some people get frustrated for a lot of different reasons, but it could be something as simple that their day's not gone to plan, or it could be that they've got some stuff go on in their personal life that you don't know about and you wouldn't know about. And in that respect, that's what's made it pent out, and it's spilled over frustration from them onto you, and you particularly, like, you know. But it's probably not meant like that.
Yeah.
In that tone. So, but if it happens again, just let me know and we'll address it, like, you know.
Yeah.
So it made me think in a different light, and I remember going into the next lesson I had with that tutor, and he said, I said to him when I got in, because I was the first one in there, are you alright? He went, yeah, I'm okay, thanks for asking, it means a lot, that. And then he said, before everyone else got in, he said, I'm so sorry I was how I was. I shouldn't have got frustrated, I shouldn't have got angry. It was something that was going on in my own world, but I took it out on all of you, and I shouldn't have done that.
How old are you at this point?
So I was about 13.
That's quite a mature outlook for you to be experiencing and you to be understanding at such a young age, because that's a lot to be thinking. You know, you're not thinking about yourself, you're thinking about other people.
Yeah.
Was that weird to you? Was it like, did it make sense?
Yeah, it was. I think this is it, is when he said that, I accepted the apology, but it's not until later on in life I've realised the maturity that come with it, if you like, and for someone to hold their hands up in accountability like that.
Yeah.
In that moment, especially a teacher, you know.
But you're still. I mean, I'm going to say, I'm 55. You're much younger than you. Could be my son. Yeah. But you have quite a mature head on you at the age of 28. You've been through quite a lot, which we're going to talk about more. But all of this time, you're still loving football. Are you playing for a team?
Yeah. So basically, with football, I don't play football because of the coordination element. There was teams, let's face it, when I was younger. There was some teams that wouldn't even take me on when I was young, Darren, because
Really?
I couldn't do my shoelaces up.
Right.
Simple as that.
Wow.
And when you're, again, at a very young age,
Yeah.
that ingrains in you, even at that age, really, that you think, blimey.
yeah, exactly.
It holds you back in that respect. So here's the wonderful school that I was at.
So this is your senior school?
Yeah,
Okay.
that changed my life, really.
Yeah.
Hallmead, brilliant, can't fault them.
So is there one particular teacher from this school that turned it around for you?
I'm going to say there was two, actually.
Okay.
Both don't work there anymore,
Right.
but one lives in Brighton now,
Okay.
and the other one is retired, well, he is retired, really. But one was an English teacher, but also a deputy head.
Yeah.
And I remember that when I was doing my prep work for my GCSEs, I did what do they call them? Mock, that's the word I'm after.
Yeah.
And he said to the class, do what you can do, we'll see where everyone's at. I remember I got ungraded in my mock.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, this is not good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, going into GCSEs.
Yeah.
Like, but he sort of like put his arm around me and said, it's okay, don't stress. We'll get you for help, we'll give you the help that you need. Because the school's motto has been for a number of years, family for life.
Okay.
And that really, it sticks with you even all these years on.
Yeah.
Because that's how they was. He used to say, it's okay, don't stress. I thought he was going to lambast me and paste me for it,
Sure.
like, you know.
Yeah.
But he was good as gold. He said, we'll get you support if you need some extra one-to-one work, and if you need some extra work outside of class, we'll put it in place for you. And if it means you get up to a D, as opposed, we want you to get a C, but if we can get you up to a D even, it's progress, right?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of work behind the scenes with him, with a support teacher that he put in place. And it came to results day, and I ended up getting a C, and I passed my English.
That's amazing.
So in a short space of time, but he always used to say in his lessons, because he was quite a, and he's one that lives in Brighton, by the way, so
Okay.
he's the one that always was life and soul of the classroom. He knew if a classroom was quiet, he always used to bring it levels up, like, you know,
Yeah.
even if it was just by making jokes even.
Sure. Yeah.
He was that sort of teacher that anyone would wish for, you know.
Sounds like he made it enjoyable rather than it being like a punishment type of thing, you know.
Exactly.
Learning.
And it wasn't like a chore and thinking, oh god, like
Yeah.
you dreaded going to that lesson because it's boring or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
How did you feel? Because obviously that's required a lot from you as well, you know, of the extra work and stuff. How was that journey with that? Was it hard? Did you enjoy it? Were you like resentful that you had to do extra work and your peers didn't?
that's a good question. I think I felt it was hard work, but again, because I wanted to get into college to do the course that I wanted to do,
Yeah.
I thought I need to try and push to that next level up, really.
Yeah.
And no matter what graft it takes, and as you said, it just stayed in my head, I suppose. If I get a D, I'll get a D.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
But it was just, I think what they did, they always used to just do little motivation, just say keep going, you're doing really well. Little words like that you hang on to.
Yeah.
Particularly at that age.
Yeah.
You know, for someone to be on side of you, knowing that you can push to your potential, makes a difference. So he's one teacher, and the second teacher is one of my former PE teachers that introduced me to looking at coaching, which is what's taken me to this journey today, really.
Sure. Yeah.
Where he used to get it to the stage of the lesson where if it was football, he knew that I couldn't participate to my peers' level. But he said, it's okay, don't stress. If you want to sit out and you want to take it in and you want to help be involved with me and take him for lessons, see how you feel, you know. If you want to help me set up some cones or just get the balls out or whatever, it's, you know, you don't have to feel so ashamed if you can't perform to your peers level. So we was doing it after a few weeks. He said, you're getting a good understanding of this, you know, with certain things about, there were certain phrases in football that you use, you know, like width and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was coming out with it then, even, like, you know.
Yeah.
And he said, really good. And it came towards the end when we finished with him, and he said, why don't you consider, when you leave school, take your coaching badges? Because I can guarantee now it could open a new door for you, and you can meet new people and see, obviously you've got something that you love with football.
Yeah.
So it's hand in hand, really, you know.
Yeah.
So after school I took my level 1, level 2. Level 2 was harder because it was more technical.
Sure.
But I had very supportive tutors in that, even, that said, it's okay, no problem. Just do what you can do, take it in. If you don't feel that you can take part physically, just take it in. That's another way of learning.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So the Essex County FA was very supportive in all of that, really.
That's brilliant.
And to this day, as I say, there's been little breaks with coaching and that in between there because of health reasons.
Yeah.
But with a team now, with Birch Anna, that I'm very settled in, very happy with. Great group of lads. We won for League Cup last season.
Brilliant.
Which was, you know, hard work, but it felt rewarding after, like, you know.
Yeah.
Because when you're in football, you don't realise, I suppose, particularly at this level, we've had young adults and stuff like in their young 20s. It's not as, I know they've got it technically, it's just helping them shape for their mentality side of things more than anything, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And to keep pushing and to keep striving.
Yeah.
And it's now got to the stage where this season, as things stand, we're top of the league. We're in another League Cup semi-final that we've got to play next weekend, and we're in another Cup quarter-finals to play for.
That's amazing.
So we're pushing on all fronts, but they're how we try to embed like a family feel, like that school feeling, family for life.
Sure.
It's filtered through into here with with the teaching or coaching that we do.
Brilliant. So that's where you are now.
Yep.
What was the first coaching job you had?
So that was over with Ivory, grassroots side that formed very young age after doing my second badge.
So you formed this club. You didn't. This isn't an established club. This is your. How was that? I mean, not just going into an established schedule and all that type. So you're starting literally from nothing.
Yeah,
that's a big ask. That's a big thing to do.
It was quite hard because of budgets, if you like. When I say budgets, like to try and work out, especially still being so young, how to cater for certain costs and stuff.
How old are you at this point?
So I was about 18.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it was very, very young age when it began. But we started it as a 7-a-side club originally.
Yeah.
Because we just wanted, it's like a group of boys that I knew from school or friends of friends, and it just grew and grew from there, really.
Sure.
And it got to a stage where we said, right, 7-a-side is good, it's keeping you physically active, it's starting to get you into the ropes of football as a team, build a team and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. But we want to go to that next level now. We want to try and push for 11-a-side.
Mm-hmm.
And again, didn't realise, like, dare I say it, there's quite a few hoops that you've got to jump through with any walk of life now, really, haven't you? But even with 11-a-side, you had to do all for registrations, all for insurances, you name it. So it gives you a better understanding how much it takes to
yeah, it's not just the game.
No,
the game's the final bit, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
The whole bit, I wouldn't even know where to start with that, you know. And so yeah, that's quite a lot at such a young age to be able to do that.
Yeah, it was it was an overwhelming challenge, but in a good way, because we did all that coaching and it got to a stage where I really enjoyed doing it, but I remember we had a Roots Hall event for charity. Ex-professionals took part, and though it's for a charity fundraiser, it's a day that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
You know, in front of a crowd of people that come, as we were saying earlier, off here, Darren, really, but for building football, it's building a community, if you like.
Yeah.
And to have that charity match but in front of 500 people in the end, and it was cheering, and it was just atmospheric in itself.
Yeah.
And then it got to, I think it was one more game that we had, well, I can think on the top of my head. We decided to hold a tester friendly, but against the side that I know from a few mates that run a side up in Birmingham, and we decided to do this friendly, and it was strange in itself because we wanted to make it feel as professional as we could. And it got to, so I was bearing in mind this was when I was about 20 in the end.
Yeah.
And I said to the boys, right, to make the most of this, we're going to Sutton United's ground, have a friendly there, a cut full for winning team. If you're up for it and everyone's willing to chip in, we'll get a coach journey up there, like the pros do in that respect.
Yeah.
But it's another experience for us all to be together.
Yeah.
Chat together before the game.
Yeah.
Get vibes going, get everything going. And we come away from that victorious in a sense that boys was just unreal, Darren. Like, you know, again, couldn't go up there,
Okay, is that good?
Yeah. So it was just like in that respect of, just, how do I put it? It was starting to get into the system with them, if you like.
This is all with Ivory, isn't it?
Yeah, all with Ivory,
Okay. Where did the name come from?
Not sure, to be honest.
Okay.
But it just came to head, but I wanted to name it Ivory United. And United's quite a common name in football, don't get me wrong, like Manchester United and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But for meaning that I wanted to try and embroider in that is United as one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, one big family, one big community.
Yeah.
And people in the Upminster community were really buying into that, you know?
Yeah.
Getting into the feel for it as a club, because Upminster, they didn't have a men's team, you know?
Right, okay.
So that was a niche in itself. They have youth teams.
Yeah.
But not a men's team.
Right.
And we just wanted to try and make it that was something that was completely unique, like, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So that gave me a little bit of extra motivation to do something for that community.
Sure.
That resided in, like, you know? So that's Ivory in a nutshell. But moved from here when I was 20 going on to 21. Because of commute and everything, I couldn't continue with it. It just wasn't feasible with finances. Getting there was difficult. It's like a 50-minute journey, like, you know.
Yeah,
which
it's a lot.
You could say, if you're so driven into it, you'd do anything to be in that situation, you know. If we go
around this way,
go up and then back up this way.
Right.
Go introduce yourself.
Yeah.
This fish and chips here, sorry, briefly, just to cut you in. Many memories from in here.
Okay.
Cypriot family that run it.
Yeah.
And they're sort of like so down to earth that they made me ever so welcome every time I've gone in there.
Yeah.
And they still run it now. It used to be a Blockbusters video shop, would you believe?
That's a long time ago.
So
yeah.
How that transformed now into a fish and chip shop.
Fish and chips. Yeah.
It's incredible. But yeah, Maria that fronts it, amazing woman, she incorporated to try and help us with the Ivory projects as well and stuff like that.
Oh, that's really cool.
To say, like, if any of the boys wanted to come in after and get something to eat, they'll get a little discount or something like that. You know, it's get to the community, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, if we just walk.
Will we go back up?
Yeah, back up.
Yeah. Cool.
So there was people like that brought into the feed of what we were trying to achieve as a club.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I say, I mean, getting to know them personally. They've become friends now. Like every time I'm down here, really, I'll just pop in there and say hi and get a portion of chips or whatever. Shouldn't as a coach, I suppose, but you got to do every now and then, haven't you?
Why did you move? How did that come about?
So, moved into Tiptree 2018 because there was me, Mum, and then next door to us, which was my grandparents, which was unique in itself to have grandparents next door to you.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wouldn't be for world in a sense of having my nan and granddad next door because, as I say, granddad brought me into football, but nan, she still is. It's like my second mum.
Right.
And when I was very, very little, mum was at work, nan always used to step in,
Sure.
And help with anything. Like with that close knitness, if you like.
Yeah.
It's just, I've felt very lucky, and I still feel very lucky to have had that in my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they've helped shape and build me up
as
much as they can, support where they can in their life,
Yeah.
So there's that. But while we moved to Tiptree was further out than we would have liked. But basically, in a nutshell, my uncle, go straight up, if you think
Yeah.
my uncle used to live just round the corner from here, and unfortunately, bless him, he had a lot of health problems. So he had diabetes, kidney problems, you name it.
Yeah.
And he was living in rented accommodation, and it got to a stage where we was round there daily doing dinners and everything, but also popping his care for him.
Yeah.
And it was just not feasible in the end,
Sure.
So we said we wanted to get one big place where me, Mum, grandparents and uncle could move in, so we could be there for him more to help him.
Is this your mum's brother?
Mum's brother, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of things that, unfortunately, Uncle Sir Pete, bless him, is no longer with us now.
I'm sorry.
But he was a big, big inspiration. There was a lot of things that he had to go through that opened my eyes. I knew how bad it was when we was just round the corner, but I didn't realise how bad it was until you actually live with him.
Yeah, sure.
And I mean, put it this way: when I say it was an inspiration, it got to his final few months before he passed, and he had an infection in his leg, which turned to sepsis, and unfortunately he had to have it amputated.
Wow.
But I remember he had that operation, but they said to him, during that operation, we can't give you a general because of your heart risk, because he had cardiac arrests previous to that.
Right.
So we'll have to do it while you're...
Yeah, compos mentis sort of thing.
Pretty much. And obviously he didn't know how to feel about that, really.
Oh, that's a heck of a lot, I think, yeah.
But inside I think he was probably struggling, but he never showed that. On the outside he was so bubbly. After that operation, within 15 minutes, because we was in the waiting room waiting for a phone call from the ward to say he's back on the ward, he phoned and said, I'm out and I'm done, I'm feeling good. And we thought, wow,
yeah.
For him to go through that, and then come through the other side, and stay in good spirits, it was just like God was over watching,
Sure, yeah.
So me and Pete used to talk. He was a West Ham fan.
Okay.
So you can imagine how it was a bit between me and him, or me and my granddad with Pete.
Yeah, always having a little jibe at each other. Yeah.
But he was just an inspiration, and we used to talk about football. Because he used to run his own businesses and as well in the past when he was fit enough to do so.
Yeah.
He even used to give me little tips of how to manage people, and
Okay.
how to deal with people from different walks of life, different backgrounds, you name it.
Yeah.
And it might have only been a little small, just be gentle, you don't know what they're going through or whatever.
Yeah.
I needed to hear that,
Yeah.
for someone that's been there, done it
Yeah.
with business.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was a big impact in our lives.
Yeah.
And he's left a legacy, really.
Sure. Yeah. How long ago is it since he passed?
To be honest, with dates, I tend to blur it out somewhat.
I'm the same. I'm like, I don't even know what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good couple of years ago, put it that way.
Yeah.
But I remember, this is quite a deep dive, really. Before going to that deep dive, in White House there is where I used to grow up in.
This is it?
Yeah, for right.
Oh wow.
So
look at that, and you're right next to a playing field.
Yep.
Which, would you been kicking a ball on here on your own? I know you said you didn't play with the foot, but you're right. That's really cute.
Yeah.
It's a really nice. I've never been up to Upminster. It's really nice.
It's a nice little area, isn't it?
It is. It's very quiet. It's very suburban. The lady that lives there now is just putting the cat out or something. That's really lovely. Wow, look at that, and you're facing onto the field as well.
Exactly. I think this is it. It was like.
I mean, it's all rugby pitches, but is this a school field or is it?
No, it's a playing field over there for public.
Did you ever have any teams that played on here?
So with Ivory, we did training over here.
Okay.
But I'll tell you a little ironic story. Last season, when we come with Birchhanna, we had to come over here to play a game.
Really? Wow.
And I just remember.
How was that?
Very emotional.
Yeah, I bet.
Because literally we was on this front pitch here, and obviously house was there.
Yeah.
And it would have been, just once upon a time we could have just gone in there and
just get a cup of tea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
there's quite a view as well, isn't there?
It is.
We're elevated.
I mean, it's quite a vast park, really.
It is. It's huge.
But every weekend they had rugby over here, football over here.
Yeah.
You heard for crowds, Yeah,
I bet.
And I think that's one thing that I still miss now, just hearing them roars of crowds.
Yeah.
From witnessing, for grassroots rugby or for grassroots football that's local.
Yeah.
And hearing people say, "Come on, Upminster," with pride,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's really sweet.
I used to come over here an awful lot. I mean, could walk down this way if you're alright with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So basically, every morning, obviously if it wasn't too muddy,
yeah.
But used to walk down here.
You have a sneaky look into your old house there.
Yeah, it's changed.
Has it? Yeah. Was that extension on the back?
I'm sure. No, we didn't have any extension. No, it's not an extension actually, unless they're doing extension one.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it has changed. But it's still home.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, if it wasn't muddy, you used to walk over here, going to school.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Mead.
Yeah.
And Aaron, it brings back so many memories where, like, it used to be the case of we'll go through the walkway that we're going.
Yeah.
But if it was all me, because it was just there. If it wasn't Mum, Nan used to come over and walk, but she used to bring our dog.
Right. And
it was Border Collie we had.
Okay.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Got him as a rescue home dog.
Yeah.
Age 3. Loved a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Obviously it was ideal for over here.
Perfect. It's got so much space to play in.
But it was so many memories really, where Nan used to walk over here, we used to have our morning talks before going to school. Charlie throwing the tennis ball for him. And when we gone to where that walkthrough is over there, it used to be like I used to say, "Alright, bye Nan, have a good day," give her a little peck on the cheek. She used to give me a little peck on the cheek. And then Charlie knew that I was off to school, turned around and walked back with Nan.
He just
off the lead,
It's amazing what they do, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
So little memories like that stick with me and will stick with me for years to come, of course,
Yeah.
But Upminster, that's why I called it home in that respect. But that's why we moved up to Tiptree, was because of Pete's reasons.
Because you're your uncle. Yeah. So then you obviously had to give up Ivory because of the commute and what have you, and being over there. What's the next coaching job that you get after that?
The next job was with Chelmsford, and before I got to Chelmsford, actually, I was presented by Essex, but it wasn't. Everyone says it was all for what you did, Jordan, but it wasn't that really down. But
Okay.
I was presented with Essex Coach of the Year.
Okay.
For grassroots.
Yeah.
Which again was another little moment of unreal. It was buzz, but like I say, I felt it was for everyone that played a part in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was all for players that were in it, obviously. All for staff that we had with us, like, you know, my assistant. I had someone that was helping us take, you know, videos of games and stuff like that when we was doing the leather side and stuff like that, so we could review it and stuff.
Okay.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Really invested into it, you know.
Yeah.
But I said it's not my award, it's everyone's, you know.
That's really sweet of you, but it was your award.
Thank
No,
you, but
I know. I absolutely know what you mean. You know, but you were the one at the top of it all, making sure you had that person doing the video in and all that.
Yeah.
Or putting the right people in the right place. That's what a good leader does, really, in my opinion.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's
with
amazing.
Chelmsford. Just briefly, I mean, you can see even with school fields
Yeah,
here how
school's right
vast
there.
it was, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got the school fields to get over as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like from park to a park. Really,
Yeah,
when
exactly.
you're doing PE over there
Yeah.
or whatever. So yeah, Chelmsford with under 17s, in a bit bigger club environment, should we say?
Okay, I'm just gonna, it's
Alright.
getting a bit wind. It's just because of the
Draft,
walkway.
yeah.
It's creating a little tunnel.
Oh, there you go. Are they
There we
doing
go. It's
football there?
playing some footy. Yeah. There you go. You couldn't have arranged that. You know? There you go. Do they have a team name at the school? Is it like
To be honest with you, they have a lot of different school teams.
right? Okay.
But I don't know if you've heard of the name, but most notable name really that comes to mind is Danny Cowley, Colchester manager that used to manage Lincoln.
Okay.
That got Lincoln, that was the first non-league side, I believe, to get to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup.
Oh wow.
Used to be
Okay.
a trainee PE teacher over there, I believe. So
Oh really? Okay. Yeah.
he's small world in that sense, but now he's Colchester manager.
Yeah.
He's again going from here to from
Up to
Upminster
there.
to Colchester like I was,
There
really.
you go. Yeah.
Um,
But you get involved with Chelmsford. At
Got
what
it.
at what level is that?
so Chelmsford, for first team as such, it's semi-pro,
Yeah.
with standards of professional really,
Yeah.
which I can understand. But they've got numerous youth teams across the
Mhm.
board, right from probably like under 6 to 18s really. That's how vast that they cater.
Sure.
I applied for the job. I thought it was a bit of a risk. Chairman interviewed me, and within 2 minutes he said, "You got the job."
Right. Yeah.
So I felt that was very like wow. You know,
Yeah.
a step up maybe from what used to in a sense, but it was hard. What the hardest thing about that is I'm not trying to say this in a bad manner or anything, but it makes you learn in a lot of ways. Is that when you're doing your own team, essentially in inverted commas, you set your own rules, your own grounds, your own environment, your own
Yes.
ethos on things.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're elsewhere,
I
Yeah.
get what you say.
you have to pretty much meet their criteria, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because they need to have that in place. Of course they do.
Yeah.
What they believe in. But it was a big learning curve in a lot of ways,
Yeah. I bet.
because it made me see how this semi-professional club run,
Yeah.
what they put into place that could I take into further avenues if I gone into coaching,
Yeah. Yeah.
how they handled discipline, how the more safeguarding processes worked, even though I was aware of it, but more into it and stuff like that.
Of course. Yeah.
There's a lot of I don't know, not rules, that's the wrong way, but guidelines that you've got to meet, I suppose.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So, but it was with under 17s. Said the got a job, and first thing he said to me, Dan, was, first thing I said to him was, how many players do I have, by the way, from last season, because the previous managers moved on? You've got 2. 2.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I said, when does the season start? 3-4 weeks. Oh. Shiza.
yeah. That's a lot of work to be thrown on.
Exactly, especially getting used to the area of Tiptree as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was,
you're new, so you don't have any connections really.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chelmsford was about a 20-minute drive from Tiptree as well, like, so all around in that respect it was
That's a big ask.
It was a big ask at such a short turnaround.
Yeah.
We did manage it. I don't know how, but we managed it.
Yeah, good.
First game was difficult. 4-4 at half time was really, really, really strange, but we lost 5-4. Boys felt gutted, which I can understand because, you know, first game and everything like that, but said, hey, we've got to just keep on going. And then the main job for that season was to try and, for them 2 that stayed really, as well as the ones that did join, to keep that drive going for that team, like, you know.
Of course, yeah.
And every week was difficult because I was learning a lot of things in a sense of dealing with different personalities as well, which was a good thing because it opened my eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we pretty much lost every week, and it was a message really that wanted to try and get resilience into the group.
Yeah.
Of, you're going to find it tough, but how can we find ways to get through it?
Yeah.
You know, I used to feel, it was feeling defeatist at the time, but I used to think, okay, may have lost, but try to look at the positives, but also we've got through a game, we've managed to complete a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hopefully for next season, should I still be in my job?
Yeah.
Under 18s, but halfway through that season I was taken ill, which was a life-changing experience with the, you know, TC.
Yeah.
So
how was, I mean, let's talk about that. How was that? Where do you want to start with that?
it was hard.
Yeah.
It was really hard because if we're going back in time, when I was age 10, I started having problems down below.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went for a bike ride with my mum and with my brother, and I felt uncomfortable down there after that. And it was strange because I didn't know how to express it at a young age.
Yeah,
especially
of course.
because my dad wasn't there, so I couldn't speak to another man about it.
Yeah.
Even though I had my brother, even though he's an older brother, but he was still quite young, you know.
Yeah.
So after a lot of toing and throwing, Mum originally thought, oh, is it because I'm being bullied again? Because there was times I couldn't attend school.
Right.
But it came to that, basically in a nutshell, I was referred to the local hospital from here, but I had to go into Hallmead, as we're just coming up here again now. So supportive, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, I had to carry a pillow around with me, had to wear jogging bottoms on me for comfort because I was in so much pain.
Wow. And
staff here, fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
They said, whatever you need, even if you need to go out and stretch your legs, do it.
Yeah.
Just let Primus, obviously, but you know,
yeah,
just do it. So again, it gave you that independence at that age, like, you know.
Yeah.
But there was obviously peers at that age, because they would. Well, why are you wearing jogging bottoms? Why are you carrying a pillow? Why can't I have that?
Yeah, exactly.
And they thought I was getting preferential treatment, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was horrid, but the teachers used to say, and I remember there was one student in particular that used to be like that all the time, and it got to one day where the teacher said, leave Jordan alone, it's a personal matter, it's none of your business, leave him alone, otherwise we'll have to put you in detention, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because it's so personal.
Yeah.
That it's not right that you keep pressing and probing on personal affairs, like, you know.
Sure.
So what a change, like, you know, in attitude of staff.
Yeah.
Um,
But during all of this time, are they doing medical, like, examinations, and are they trying to figure out what's going on, or?
Yeah, so basically it was where I was in for system with the NHS, gone to the hospital for a scan, and I was under, I think they call them paediatricians at that age, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I was under a paediatrician,
Yeah.
and he said, bearing in mind I was very young then, like 11, 12,
Yeah.
John, you've got cancer.
At that age.
At that age.
Yeah.
And my head, again, just spiralled in a sense, and at that age, you don't know everything about that.
No.
But you think for worst case scenario, don't you? You think, I even thought then, am I going to die?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But it was, in a sense, that I was put under a psychologist, family psychologist,
Okay.
and she said, with what he's been telling you and everything like that, Mum wasn't happy that was because they would have been doing stuff about it, like, you know, if it was cancer.
Yeah.
There was just nothing forthcoming, even though family psychologists, and they said, we'll investigate. Anyway, gone back to the GP, and the GP got the notes back, and it turns out it wasn't cancer then, but it could be markers of cancer in the future.
Right, okay.
But I needed to, Mum wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
Where I was treated then, like, if you like to put that in my head, I suppose, and
Sure.
everything like that. So she asked if I could be referred to a London hospital,
Okay.
UCLH,
Yep.
and saw a lovely doctor there, Dr. Desai his name was,
Okay.
and it used to be a case of every year I had to go for a scanning for morning,
Yeah.
and then see him in the afternoon with results, hoping
Okay.
for the best that it didn't turn or anything like.
Sure.
You know?
So are these? Is it showing in a cyst way, kind of way?
No,
What's
so
he seeing?
it was shown. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called microcalcification.
No. Okay.
So it's basically, from what I can gather, from what I've understood later on in life, is it's like unhealthy tissue
Okay.
that forms in the testes.
Yeah.
And
Is
then
it on the testes or is it like around it?
I think it's like scattered around, if you like.
Okay. Yeah.
But that can turn at any point into a tumour.
Right. Okay. So they got to keep an eye on that.
So they've got to keep an eye on that, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Is this genetic? Is this something that's just come out of nowhere? Is it in the family or?
well, this is it. It's not that we know of. We don't think it's genetic.
Okay. So no one else.
So
in your,
no one had that as such, if you
Okay.
like.
yeah.
But we was, I suppose, every year in them teen years, because they say the biggest change will be is when you go through puberty,
Okay. Yeah.
because of all the changes that happen in your body.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So all makes sense. But I used to sort of, even though I loved the consultant, I used to dread going there in case it was the worst case scenario, like, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
But yeah, and the result from it, I got a day off from school for it, Darren.
That's one way of looking at it. Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, it was non-cancerous, if you like, and it got to age 18 where I still had to have a scan, but they said, okay, no change, but you're out of paediatrician,
Yeah.
but you'll either be discharged because we're happy,
Yep.
or you'll be referred on to an adult team.
Yeah.
So I was discharged because I was happy, and I thought, result. That was a big weight off my chest.
Sure.
And then, yeah, come age 21, it was, so 5 months after the move from Upminster, 4 months and a bit from getting the award for football,
Mm-hmm.
I got dealt with that hammering blow that I was getting experiences of swelling,
Yeah.
uncomfortable, excruciating pain in my back. I was even
Right.
getting chest pain, really.
Okay.
And basically, in a nutshell, I went up. I had an appointment up in London to check up for something. Consultant said to me, "Something's not right, but see you again in 3 months' time."
Right.
Which me and Mum looked at each other and knew that I was being sort of fobbed off, really.
Yeah.
But then I said, okay, well, I'm going to see if we can speak to the GP locally at Tiptree and see what they can suggest, even if they need to send me for a scan and they can do it quicker, like. So I spoke to the GP like the following day, and they said, like, can I go in for an examination, which I did. They said, yeah, something's not quite right. We'll send you for an ultrasound scan, but it'll be under for 2-week pathway. They said it might not be anything, it might be just a cyst, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I got it within a few days, and again, cutting the story short here, but I had the sonographer go over and he went, Jordan, I think I found the answer to your problems. I said, oh, what, like a cyst or something like that? He went, no. And I just looked at him and he said, I'm 95% sure you've got a tumour.
Yeah.
And well, I just felt like the room and world was going to swallow me up, really.
Of course, yeah.
I said, what, really? And I was in disbelief. I thought, I've gone through that at 10, surely I've got it wrong again, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But he seemed confident. He was saying my granddad was out in for waiting room. And granddad spoke to the sonographer, and pretty much, he said, I think you're having, granny come out, was like, wow, like, keeping it clean, you know?
Yeah.
That you've been told that you've got a tumour after all these years.
Yeah.
And had that, and it was, in a sense, I still was in shock. Even come to the operation, I had to go in the end because the pain was too much. I couldn't wait around at home, so I'd gone through A&E, and I had about 2 or 3 different consultants come and see me that evening. And they said, you do realise it is a cancer tumour, and we've got to get it at it as soon as, because it can spread.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm aware, that's why I've come here.
So even though they found it on the scan, were they not putting things into place?
Well, this is it, they did put things into place, but for me to have the surgery to get rid of the tumour, but to remove the testes.
Yeah.
But I was waiting around, that's why I gone to the A&E route, if you like.
Right, okay, so it got that bad, you couldn't wait that long.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is this both?
Sorry?
Both testes? Was it
just one testes, right, yeah.
Okay. So you went into A&E and they did it there and then, or, I mean not there and then, but they got things in place for you to...
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
wow.
right, and but even then, I was just laying there in the hospital bed, and I was just... Because I was off colour, I wasn't right, but because I was ill, obviously. But it was just like it didn't come as a reality. It was just like I've stayed in hospital before, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It was just sort of I was numb to it.
Yeah.
I was numb to it in that respect, and thought, okay, whatever. And it came about that I did have. It was operation day. And Mum was trying her best to get up every morning early. So if I was to go down, I remember it was 8 o'clock that morning, and Mum said she could go from there, and she was late because of the traffic. And she was late, and she texted me saying, I'm just 5 minutes. And in that time they called me. I said, I want my mum with me to see me down or whatever, like, you know, to give her a hug and that.
Yeah.
And they were saying, no, we've got to rush you down there now.
Sure, yeah.
And I was like, oh. But in the end, Mum just rushed.
Yeah.
And she managed to meet me halfway down before
Warden
for theatre, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I had it. And then since then, it's just been dealing with that without a testes. I've managed to have a prosthetic fitted.
Okay.
Which has helped my mental outlook on things.
Yeah, there's that whole journey with that as well, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even with prosthetic, Darren, I wasn't even offered that locally.
Really?
I had to have that done in London under a separate operation.
On a different thing.
And even with sperm banking, that wasn't even offered locally either.
Right.
So there was a lot of grey areas that wasn't being covered.
Yeah. Why is that? Is it just...
I don't know, because maybe they felt with one testes that I could still have kids and everything like that.
Yeah.
But still would have thought things would have been put in place in that respect, you know?
Yeah. But also, I mean, the fact that, I mean, your other testes still could have the chance of getting cancer, couldn't it?
Well, this is it.
Order that you've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, in that respect, Darren, it's like I still have to have checks, but every so often.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But even I have to fight for that.
Really?
Yeah. The consultants don't come to for pun, but they don't come to football and come to the game and say you need a scan every year.
Yeah.
I've got to fight and say I need a scan once a year. It shouldn't be that.
No, it shouldn't be. No.
And yeah, I've got told mixed messages. Some people have said to me, my chances, because I got it caught relatively early in the previous one, that my chances would be lower for getting it back.
Okay.
But now I've got, as it's been shown, calcification on the left side.
Yeah.
My chances are at high risk again.
Right.
So
sure. Yeah.
It's the unknown, really, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's it. It's like with life. It's it's made me. Since I've come to terms and had a lot of help with it, like therapy, like counselling and so on and so forth, but I've just got to the stage of I've got to make the most of life.
Yeah.
Can't leave any stone unturned.
Yeah.
Help share stories, some inspiration, reach out to someone that may be going through the same, or if they're not, be aware of their body and changes that can happen in body or whatever, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you've spoken about your uncle, a couple of teachers at school that have had a huge influence on your life. Who is that? I mean, your uncle's passed away, your teachers have moved away. Who is there now in your life that's really... your granddad's still
there? Granddad's still back.
Grandma. So is it family? Is there anybody else in particular that really is lifting you up? And
I was going to say Mum is my rock, really. I can go to her about anything.
Yeah.
Even if it's just something really small.
Sure.
I just couldn't reach out. But I'm very lucky to have my lovely family.
Yeah.
I've got lots of good connections, even with Birch and with the boys and lads that we're coaching over there.
Yeah.
We're adopting that family approach.
Yeah.
And we're all coming together, if you like, to, I suppose, just build networks, connections, whatever.
Yeah.
No,
that's really inspirational. And we had a little chat before we turned the microphone on. And I want to just circle back to it. You spoke about a football team that you put together with kids with special needs. When was that?
Yeah, so basically, with kids with special needs, did that over at Hallmead. So it was a lunchtime club.
This is your old school.
At Hallmead,
so you left school and you went back and volunteered and did that.
That's right, yeah. So I was part of that lunchtime group.
Yeah.
When I was a student. And at the time it was just to make new friends or do board games or just chat or read books or whatever, or homework, etc.
Yeah.
And we did a little bit of sport in there, but it wasn't predominant, if you like.
Sure. Okay.
And then it just came to a stage where I was doing my coaching badges, was in college. They mentioned that build up some volunteering work somewhere.
Yeah.
And they suggested to me at college, why don't you do something at your old school maybe?
Right. Okay.
So I went back to the old school and I thought, bingo, for a lunchtime club. So it's called SHOTS.
Okay.
But it stands for Schools Helping Out Towards Success, I believe.
Okay.
So that's quite a niche little,
is that something that you would like to return to, maybe in Aylesbury now, or is that...
I think I would like to, I think with SEN students, as you were, it's good to have that, it'd be good to support them in any way possible.
Yeah.
And if there is an opportunity and the time allows and everything like that, of course, why not? Because they need support, build their confidence, whatever. Because
Exactly.
let's face it, the world can be a very scary place,
Yeah.
especially at the moment with a lot of uncertainties.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's not just ST Institute, it's just everyone in general, the public. We all have our misconceptions, we have our demons, we have our battles. But it's key in life that we've got to support one another, really.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of toxicity, there's a lot of negativity. But if we can just spread the bit of kindness, manners cost nothing.
Yeah.
Kindness don't cost nothing either.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's absolutely amazing. I think we are wrapping up. I mean, I could probably talk to you for about another 4 episodes. So maybe we'll meet up in 6 months' time or something and see what else has happened in your life. If people want to find you, reach out to you,
yep.
How can they get hold of you?
Yeah, sure. So, in terms of the public speaking exercises, I've got a poster. So, I can pass that on to you, Darren, if you don't have it anyway.
Yeah.
There's also an email on there if you want to get in contact with your institution, if you like.
Yeah.
Whether that be podcasts, businesses, football clubs, even schools, colleges. It's jordanstringerpublicspeaking@gmail.com, all lowercase.
Brilliant.
I've got LinkedIn as well.
Okay.
So feel free to follow over there.
I'll put that link in the show notes so people will be able to get straight through to it.
Brilliant, Darren.
Excellent.
That's great, mate. So yeah, that and Facebook. I'm starting to try and build a little TikTok account with football and everything like that as well. So yeah,
you should. Excellent.
A huge thank you to Jordan. What a remarkable man. He's only 28. He's been through so much already, and he has such a wonderful, positive outlook on life. A lot to learn, a great example. Thank you, Jordan. That was wonderful, amazing, inspiring, uplifting. Exactly what the Story Pilgrim is all about. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone that you love. Send them the link. If you have any comments, please, you can send me a little fan mail. It's right there at the top above the descriptions. Thanks for listening. Buen camino, and keep listening.